I was thinking about Jesus today. I think about Jesus a lot, actually. And not always just his teachings, but sometimes it's what he didn't say. I mean, why didn't he say more about this or more about that? And then you read Peter and Paul and you see them teaching. And it's like, well, Jesus could have talked about that. And some people say, oh, I just listen to the words of Jesus and not the rest of the Bible. I'm like, well, that's kind of ridiculous. But you would think that sometimes Jesus would, be a hard person to deal with because he would have had so much to say on every subject. But the thing is, Jesus was not a hard person to get along with. The sinners loved him. The tax collectors, they hung out with him. They called him a wine bibber and a glutton because he enjoyed life. That was Jesus, right? And he could have hammered people left, right, and center. But Jesus decided what he was going to say, obviously wisely. But Jesus didn't hang his flag on every mountain. He said, you know what? If I hang it here, that's going to cause a problem down the road, and, we'll deal with this later. Jesus never compromised on sin, but he said some issues just would take care of themselves. It's not like the budget. But if you work on certain things, other things just work out, If you're working on love, anger issues are going to work themselves out. If you're working on peace, your fear issues are going to work themselves out. Why? Because you're working on the solution and allowing the problems to address themselves. Sometimes you see things, and especially with the way things are going these days, and you just like, here's someplace I can hang my hat or my flag, and I'm just going to get angry and I'm going to stand on this. And to a certain point, yeah, but then you get to another point and you're like, maybe this isn't the flag that I should be hanging. Maybe this isn't the mountain I should be raising it on. So I've had to make some decisions based on, is this the hill I'm going to plant my flag on? And for a while it has been. But other things are more important to me. And so I got to do some things that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. But in order to get to one place, I got to take my flag off this mountain. And I'm going to do it. It's not easy. Sometimes you're so passionate about something and you see something and you want to deal with something and you just know you can't because of the way things are. And you've got to step back and say, I'm not going to fight this battle because I got bigger fish to fry. I got bigger issues in my life. And this is just holding me back. This is kind of all over the map, and I'm sorry about that, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to be wise about where I hang my flag. And that's a decision that we all have to make before God. That's one that we all have to decide on our own. And we're all going to make different choices, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, what's our motivation? Number one, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And then because that's where all your love is going, you're going to love yourself and you're going to love others out of that love. And you're going to say, I'm going to make decisions that are of a love relationship for God. And sometimes that means you've got to sacrifice some of your comfort zones. Anyways, that's where I'm at. Hope that's been an encouragement to you. Maybe it's created more questions than answers, but we're walking this road together. God bless you.